Welcome everybody. It's a big day. It's the 2023 No Skill League Draft Lottery. Now, I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking here. We're going to get into this quick. I don't want this to be a 20-minute video. This is a snake draft, as most fantasy drafts are. So if you have the first pick in the first round, you're going to have the last pick in the second round. The draft order reverses every round. I assume everybody will know this. So if you get the first pick, right, it's not necessarily the best pick. The last pick isn't necessarily the worst pick. We'll get into that later. Reminder number 2, draft day is 6 days away, all right? So you're gonna have a week to plan out your picks depending on where your spot is here after tonight, all right? Draft day is Monday, August 14th. This coming Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. That's 6 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific time. You know, if anybody's in a different time zone, figure it out. At 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right? Be ready. You don't want to get auto-drafted. We run a Superflex League, which is my third reminder. Everybody who was here last year knows that. And for the newcomers, it's a Superflex League, which means you can have 2 quarterbacks. You don't need to have a second quarterback, but you can. And it's pretty important to at least, try to get 2 competent quarterbacks. If you get auto-drafted, you're kind of screwed. You're going to be scrambling for that quarterback all year, or you're just going to be left, running the second receiver, which could be viable. We saw some teams be successful with that strategy last year, right? We'll see what strategies play out this year. Now, my commissioner message to everybody. Production has skyrocketed from last year. Last year, the draft lottery was screen recorded on my iPhone and just spoken into it, right? Or screen recorded on somebody's iPhone. We outsource all of this. I don't know who did all this, right? I pay people to make these. And I do believe this year is our best competition we've had yet. I think this is our best 12 players that we've had. Obviously, we have the OGs who have been here from the beginning, keeping the competition hot, keeping the rivalries going. We have some newcomers this year who I'm very excited about. We got some new rivalries coming in. We got some familial rivalries, some spousal rivalries, some old football rivalries being brought back up, all right? So, folks, I'm really excited about this year, and I hope all of you are too. We're going to be having weekly news updates. We're going to be having power rankings. We're going to be having press conferences. We're going to be having sideline reports. I don't know what that means, but Aiden volunteered himself for sideline reports, so get your hopes up for that one. I know we want to get into it. We all want to know what we're picking. We're all curious. We're all bi-curious. Everybody's bi-curious here, right? We're all very curious. So let's just get right into it. We're going to start with this 12th pick. We're going to be spinning a wheel right here, right? And, we're going last to first. So the first name spun is going to be the last pick. Second name, 11th, so on and so forth, until we get to those last 2 players. Because everybody wants to see their name land on that arrow after that wheel spins around. So the last 2 players, once it comes down to the 2 players, it's going to reverse. Right? You'll see what I mean. We're going to get right into it. No Skill League Lottery.
All right, a little production value change. Don't fucking worry about it, okay? But here we are. We're going to get to these spins right now. The 12th pick here. Who is it going to be? Let's hit it. Let's hit it, folks. Oh, it's moving. It's moving. Ashley Targic. Wow. Now, Ashley coming into this year hot, right? She's a rookie. She's being thrown right into the fire. She's got her little brother playing. She's got her boyfriend playing. Hey, she's got Demi playing. Demi fucking hates her, all right? It's going to be a rough year for the Rook. We're going to see if she prevails. Coming in with that last pick, it's a good pick to have. I like that pick, all right? We're going to see what she can do with it. We're going to head to the next spin here. All right, folks, let's get it going. That wheel is moving, baby. That wheel is moving. Demi Van Wagner. Demi has a long history of picking high in these drafts. He seems to end up with Christian McCaffrey on his team every single year. Will he do it this year? He won't be able to draft him, but we'll see if we can get him through a trade. All right? The day that Demi doesn't have CMC on his team is the day that hell freezes over. Oh, it's spinning. It's spinning, baby. Alex. Now, Alex, last year, a huge underdog story. I mean, what a storyline from him. Comes in as the rookie, has never played before, right? Has never played in the league before. Comes in, underdog team, struggles throughout the year, finally picks it up in the back end of the season, comes into the playoffs, barely sneaks into the playoffs, is an underdog in every single one of his playoff matchups, comes into the finals, makes it to the finals against Corelli's team, who nearly went undefeated, the most dominant team throughout the entire regular season and throughout the entire playoffs until this moment. They go into the final game of the season, the final game of the final championship week, Bills versus Bengals. If anybody recalls the Damar Hamlin game, Damar Hamlin collapses on the field. The NFL ends the game, cancels the rest of the game. Our league rules through partial vote and by partial council decision that Alex has rewarded the victory, as he was still ahead when the game was being played. He was still ahead when the game was canceled. So Alex comes out with a controversial win, but a win nonetheless. Huge underdog story. We'll see if he can repeat that success this year, folks. The 9th pick, going to Justin Targic. Another rookie coming in with some rivalries, coming in hot. We'll see how he can fare in this league. High hopes. Again, high hopes for all the competitors this year. I think this is the best competition we've had yet, and I'm hyped. I'm ready for these rivalries. Let's get to this 8th pick, baby. Who is it gonna be? Oh, nearly lands on Mike, but Will is gonna snag that 8th pick. A veteran of the league, clowned for his decision to take Patrick Mahomes first overall, but it ended up working out for him, right? He's probably not going to be able to get Patty Mahomes this year, but we'll see how he can do with that pick right in the middle there. A nice consistent spot to draft. You don't have to watch all your players fly off the board, as you wait 20 turns for your next pick. Will's gonna see if he can make some magic with it. As we get to our 7th pick here, who is it going to be? Cam Zagami. I don't know how to pronounce your name, dude. Cam coming in, first 2 years of the league, inaugural 2 years of the league. Cam went back-to-back, back-to-back champions. Last year had a bit of a slump. We're going to see if he can get himself back on track, trying to work with that 7th pick, trying to make some magic happen this year once again. Oh, that wheel is spinning. Oh, it's moving. And it's landing on Aiden with the 6th pick. Now, if my notes serve me right here, that's what it says. That's really what it says. It says that Aiden Steffen had Joe Mixon on his team last year, who had a 55-point game, one of the greatest fantasy weeks of all time. And who did he lose to? Raphael, who was last in the league, ended last in the league, and was last at this point. He was last because all of his players got hurt, all of his players sucked, and he wasn't even starting more than like 3 players per week. Raph had given up on the league. I literally had to text him that morning and say, hey dude, start your players. You might have a chance. He starts his players, he beats Aiden. Justin Fields went off for a 40-point game to save Raph. Aiden started off that year 5-2, didn't win a single other game. After that week, missed the playoffs entirely. One of the worst collapses we've ever seen in all of sports. I mean, just truly tragic. We'll see if he can do something again this year, but hopes are not high, folks. Hopes are not high. Now to the top 5 names left. This is, elite quarterback range. Who's going to be snagging one of these guys? Who is it? Luke. Oh, barely misses Luke, and it's going to land on Hunter. Another one of the rooks coming in with a solid pick here. 5, getting towards like the middle of that draft, but probably going to be able to snag one of those elite quarterbacks that you really want on your team. Hey, I'm liking this pick. Are we going to see things play out? Are we going to see some new rivalries happen? Hey, beats me, man. Now, 4 names left. The top 4. Typically in a fantasy draft, the top 4 is a coveted position. We'll see who's going to end with number 4. It's going to be yours truly, the commissioner of the league, putting all this work in. If anybody, just going to dispel any claims of collusion right now. You think I have the patience to re-record this shit at all? You see how long this fucking video is? Yes. Go literally kill yourself, all right? 4th pick. Hey, what am I going to say? Hey, never missed the playoffs. Never missed the playoffs. Not once, baby. What can I say? What can I say? We're going to get into this next pick. Top 3. Again, big spots. Suspense coming down to the end here. Who will we be seeing with this 3rd overall pick? Let's get that wheel moving, baby. Oh, it's moving. Oh, it's moving. And it's landing on Michael Byers. Now, Mike Byers has struggled in years past in this league, and by years past, I mean all of the years past. He's been getting the injury bug, right? He's gotten the injury bug more than a few times. We have sympathy for anybody who catches that injury bug. Mike, with that third pick, got to see if he can right the ship this year and finally, break into contender status. Let's get to these top 2 picks. Now, a reminder here. Whoever this wheel lands on right now, this next spin, whoever it lands on is the first overall pick. We're switching the order right here. Whoever it lands on is the first overall pick, all right? So don't get it twisted. Whichever name pops up here at the top is getting that number 1 overall pick. Down to 2 players, Cole and Luke. And let me tell you, as things as they are, as I've observed them in the last few years in this league, if Luke ends up with this number 1 overall pick, riots in the street, the likes of which you have never seen. Let's see this. Number 1 overall pick. Who's it gonna be? Oh my goodness. A tragedy beyond belief. Luke Pimarini receives the number 1 overall pick. And let me tell you, the league will never hear the end of this. Now that means that our man Cole Hazard snagging that 2nd overall pick, still a great pick to have. But folks, that is going to conclude it. All right? The draft lottery, all the positions will be posted on the league gram. That link's going to be posted as well. So just, be ready. Be ready for the draft. Monday, August 14th, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there or get literally cocked upon, get busted on. All right? I'll see you folks later.